Hey there. Welcome to the Riverside Starbucks in Penticton, British Columbia, Canada. The name I was given is Tommy Glenn Cowles. And here we are again, another day, discovering what it is that this is. My connection is in and out, but that is fine. We'll work with whatever is given to us. Where do we begin? Why, Tommy, do I just recount my history, my past? Or is that just a waste of time? For some reason, I think that's a waste of time. Because in the end, there's no bearing on who I am, who we are. Would anybody like to have this discussion? This crazy Canadian. The true insanity of it all is that, for the most part, a good portion of us have bought into this illusion that we are our names, our occupations, our thoughts, feelings. Is it possible that the thoughts that we've thought throughout the course of our short lives, the identities we've made, are fake? Interesting. Is it interesting enough to dig into? Does the truth of that amount to anything in the end? My good friend Vlad which is not his legal name, would always argue the other. My friend Vlad which is not his name, nor is his legal name his name, would argue tooth and nail to convince me and others that this does not matter. My question is, then what is it all about? And he would say, it doesn't matter. Point taken. But it makes very little sense for us not to dive deep into this topic. We know more about certain planets in our star systems than we know about ourselves. And it's apparent to me, whoever I am, that we're skipping a few steps. The core, the center of who we are, is at the core and center of all issues, theories, so to not begin at the beginning means that we're on very shaky ground. Don't build your house on the sandy land. Don't build it too near the shore. Well, it might look kind of nice, but you'll have to build it twice. You'll have to build your house once more. That's not such a bad idea to start from scratch. If what you have right now is not going to last, you got to build your house on a rock. Make a firm foundation on a solid spot. Well, the storms may come and go, but the peace of ... you will know. Who is this God we speak of? The unknowable, unseeable, unspeakable God we know. The Jews would say, I know who. It's Yahweh. And I would say, no way. Because as soon as you put a name to it, it is not it. It is not a thing. It is not a person. It is not just one single thing. What is it? Is there anybody out there? Does anybody care? Is it logical to assume that we are the creators? One step further. Is it logical to assume we are the creator? All one of us. Well, for the sake of this show, or whatever this is, let's assume just that. Sometimes better off dead. There's a gun in your hand and it's pointing to your head. You think you're mad, too unstable, kicking in chairs and knocking down tables in a restaurant, in a West End town. Call the police. There's a madman around, running down underground to the Dark Law in a West End town. Violence begets violence, begets So much more violence. Increasing, multiplying. Never ending. Hell. Do we want to continue living in this hell that we've created? That we've subscribed to?
Well, it's too bad that you can't line up once in a while, like something like that.
Interesting question, that. So, as I get this mic closer to my face, ponder this question. Let's pick up the pace. Because it's urgent we change. If not, we lose. Everything we've worked for. We'll go down the tubes. So Instagram followers, I'm on the YouTube. Just rambling about this life and who we are. And whether it's important or not. I found a new stand. It was the cup that was in my hand. The answer was there the whole time. Isn't this life sublime? Too many shadows, whispering voices, faces on posters, too many choices. If, when, why, what. How much have you got? Have you got it together? If so, how often? Which do you choose? A hard or soft option? Who are we? What have we become? Violent are we? It sure isn't fun. The stabbings, the shootings. In Toronto alone should point us to the fact that something's wrong. Who are we? What have we become? Living has become luxury. Greed has become everything. All comments are welcome. If you have anything to say. But until that, I'll keep talking, if that's okay. My message is clear. I have not strayed. And I don't do this just to get paid. In fact, I have no money, and that's all right. As long as we know that to continue the fight is unproductive, unreasonable, goes against conscience, whatever that is, goes against reason, common sense. Who are we? What have we become? Is compassion the key? Do we continue to live in fear? Fear of losing all our stuff. Money. House. Cars. Relationships. Is this productive? Are we living optimally? 48 years I've been on this planet. And it is evident that learning, changing, understanding has not happened. So where does that leave us right now? Where do we go from here? Continue the cycle, the endless loop. Or do we branch off and try something new? Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. When there's no balance, all of us lose. Even the rich and the wealthy and the powerful.
Yeah, well, I can't do anything like that anymore. I don't have the strength to do that.
It's not strength that holds her back.
What does it matter? Well, practically speaking, I'm here for another 50 years. So, if I'm alone, which I'm not, I'd like it to be better. Now, what does that mean?
So it's okay when they came home, they came running in with their little bucket and dumped them on the floor. And then Evan put them all back in his bucket. Then he dumped them on the floor again. He did that for a little while.
Where's Travis money?
Well, he wanted.
The internet's ours.
He didn't like a lot.
No one can own it.
You try it, you don't own it. If you're like, that's fine.
Frequencies cannot be owned, patented.
Well, it's only certain candy.
Ideas are ours.
Yeah, Caroline went through it. And we loved it. Yeah, it's
But we're sick because we think
Double X. Double X. I just did.
too much about what is ours, mine, taking all the time. Who are we? What have we become? Less than a creator. That's for sure. Know yourself, then know someone else.
Actually, they've got them with GPS, but they be called all the time. She doesn't.
Back to the root.
She's still in that same chair. Well, that's pretty new for her.
Where it all began. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God.
Well, there is public meeting.
So if you're speaking now to anyone, your words are God's words, the unnameable, the unspeakable. You are Creator. So continue I will on this path that is still. Because in the stillness is knowing. In the silence is understanding. In the heart is intelligence. But in the mind
Republicans were like 10.
sickness. Cluttered are we upstairs?
And Madison, oh, yeah.
But does anybody really care?
I think that Romney and Nikki Haley might run as and that would be a shoe-in. That would be a shoe-in.
We do what we do until it's all done. And then what are we left with? None. So as I drink this water, maybe things will become clear. Be more like this liquid and do away with fear.
Read the article there, they said that, and they weren't talking about cost, they said that last year
What have we become? Is this where we want to stay? Is this working for all of us? Just waiting for the next pay?
oh, no, they call it cost.
Money's for Gazy.
That's where the more that you have of them, you gotta get them at a certain time.
Would you like this chair? Okay.
I wonder if the chair, maybe I'll switch it and I'll get Sharon that chair. It's a chair, her chair.
Now it's time to go because the chairs are.
Yeah, so I keep my whole off Facebook.
So if there's anybody out there that could shed some light on this, if I didn't listen, I would be remiss. Because individual opinion is only worth something if we understand that collectively we are it. So what's your experience? How does it all fit? Should we just keep rhyming? Until that candle's lit and everybody can see the light that's inside. So, put gas in my Ford. Keep me trucking for the Lord. Give me gas in my Ford. I pray. Hallelujah.
Can't look at water washer dryer 5 cents. You said you're 30 something now. And you're 15 years old. Instead of 5 years.
One day we'll meet.
So I went there.
If we haven't met already. Because all things happen at the same time. The time
Oh my God.
doesn't exist.
Oh, we need to come and look at it.
Oh.
And you've been waiting.
Been through this before. Listen to your hearts and know there's more than the patterns and the circles and the shitty behavior.
Solid guy. And she's a good girl.
Hi, Queen Bee.
Oh, yeah. I see.
YouTube. Are we?
No, how about you? That's all.
And there was one little guy all by himself in his dad. Between up there, and I came down with him. Was your mom and dad there? Let's get back. It's my dad.
Keep talking. And know nothing.
Lights go all out, because I just don't, anyway. And then it never rang again. I mean, never heard it again. It was really quiet. Oh, yeah.
That's cool, Queen Bee. I like the feedback. I need it. I can't hear anything.
It's got a little thing that latches it from the- Oh my God, how did you start? I said, ours got-
So 30 minutes, 38 minutes in.
Well, that would be a good thing.
Does it matter? Quinn Bucktooth. Who are you? My first guest on YouTube. Did I ring? That's awesome. What do you have to say? About this topic that we find ourselves in? Because I'm sick of rhyming. Let's talk. Where do we begin? I suggest we begin at the beginning. The topic is in the title. We are the creators, is what I named this. What does that mean? Actually, it's not we are the creators. We are the creator. So Quinn is a beautiful soul walking this earth in grace. And grace, as was taught to me, is a gift we don't deserve. Well, the church tells us this, but possibly unknowingly, thank God, Quinn, because we know that church and religion is a fugazi. So what does it mean to walk spiritually on this earth. I believe to some degree we are on the same page. And who are we besides these flesh suits? That's an interesting point, and I'll read it out loud for everybody. If Instagram can still listen and hear, religion is for those who are scared to go to hell. Spirituality is for those who have already been there. Well put. So, simultaneously, we can either be living in hell or we could be living in heaven. Our choice. What do we want to choose? In the moment, Quinn says, the only thing that we know is now. The past is a creation of the mind, and the future has not happened. Both keep us from living now, in this moment. Yes.
If they didn't come by 9:30, I wouldn't have heard.
Facts are interesting, yes, Quinn. Opinions worth nothing. But let's be leery of the facts, because those facts could be all wrong. Considering everything that we know, we've learned everything we think we know in our minds. We've either read, it's been told to us, we've interpreted, misinterpreted, confused. So I put it out to you, Quinn, in this conversation we're having. Maybe facts and learning are steering us off course slightly, or a lot. Because to truly understand, we need to unlearn. Yes. Yes. Truth. Let's explore truth. Facts are confused. Very confusing. Everyone thinks they know. I think I know. I know I don't know. Truth. Truth is unchanging, but always changing. Truth is constant, but always mutating. Because now is different than what we've experienced in the past. And the truth is where fear cannot last. So what is this truth that we speak of, Quinn Bucktooth? Put it in your words so that we collectively can understand. Yeah, fear. It's huge and it controls many of us. The majority of the population on this earth is controlled by fear. Fear of losing wealth, fear of losing relationships, fear of someone else's opinion of you. This is why, Quinn, you and I are here right now. Fuck them all. Agreed. Fuck all the ideologies. Fuck all governments. Fuck all religions and spiritual teachers that claim to know. Because when you say you know, then I know you don't know. I keep going back to I. Ego. Who am I? I am we. If we don't understand this, we may as well be talking to a wall, eh, Quinn? Quinn says, oh, I do know. I don't know. That you don't know. That I don't know. You just blew my mind, friend. So, in the interest of time, which we can discuss at a later date, I will be using this tool called time to wrap inside or to put inside a box of an hour this conversation. Because we can always pick it up another time at a later date. Because the message is the same. Fear is the root of all our problems. Conquer fear. And then an optimal life we will have.
There was a special one day on the ship.
Maybe.
Like they gave a bag, and you
What do I know?
send the bag and everything was back. Everything was all gold.
What is this
Press.
Canadian-born 48-year-old man know?
Not quite.
Let's assume that he knows nothing. Let's assume that we all know nothing.
I showed him the stuff I did like it cost.
If we care about salvaging
And they don't dry clean on.
whatever it is that we got.
I know they had ones of every floor of the ship had lots of mats.
Yes. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. We
Oh, yeah, I must have eat up the shade.
were you can do it. Oh, right. We all seen so everybody
We are very violent. There's no need for war, poverty. There's more than enough for everyone. In fact, there's an eternity. There's infinity. Unlimited things that we can create. This money thing is just the bait with which those who have power continue to manipulate. Friends, open your eyes and see what's happening. Open your hearts and know be still and know. Because in the stillness are the answers. Inside of all of us, it's written. We don't need more books, more teachers, more philosophies, more religions, ideologies, governments, businesses. We don't need more isms, capitalism, socialism, Marxism. Fuck it all. And Quinn, thanks, man. Have a nice time at work. I appreciate this. Thank you very much. Yeah. Alcoholism. It works for a time. For sure. We'll talk later, man. Thanks. Very cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to drink. Oh my God, did I drink a lot at one time? Almost killed myself. And then it wasn't fun, and I continued to do it longer. So the last 4 minutes of this rant and rave, what kind of road have we paved? Is it a road of hope or fear? Or are those two words related? The words we say, the meanings of which we have no clue. I'll travel down that road. Quinn. I'll travel down that blue road as well. Or that yellow road, purple, and all the various colors.
That's right.
Because it's all happening at the same time. So, we've already met because we're living right now. And now encompasses all time and space. At least that's my opinion. So, this is Tommy Glenn Cowles, Canadian born citizen, 490-993-672. Reporting to you live from the Riverside Starbucks in Penticton, British Columbia, Canada. The sun is out. Most likely I'll go for a walk. I don't work anymore. I'm retired. Don't be too impressed. I have absolutely no money. I'm currently drinking water out of my Starbucks mug. But what I can tell you is that I'm completely free of this paradigm. This loop. Peace out.